Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is still the 2010 Jetta from Elliott Smith in South Carolina. I wanted to develop the video a little more. Please watch the first part because it is a very instructive video. This is a test that I'm trying to perform on this computer and show others what you can and not do here. So I gathered more information because I'm like, even though I have communication and everything, is it the computer running? Is it fire equals or not? And I didn't show that in the first part. So I gathered more information. So right here, you will see on the first part, and I explain the rest of what I have here. I gather where the coils are. This is a 5-volt trigger because this is a 4-wire coil. So we will have coils on connector T60. This is a 2 connector computer. T60 just means connector with 60 pin and T94 connector with 94 pins. So the crankshaft position sensor G28, that's how Audi and Volkswagen names it, is in the connector with 60 pin on pin 51. And then the crankshaft position sensor G40 is in the same 60 pin connector in pin 6. I am providing those two signals with my simulator here. I took the time and I'm going to show you those in a second. I have also the coils in the same connector with 60 pin. I'm using just one of the coils. So we got coil 1 in pin 50, coil 2 in pin 35, coil 3 in pin 33, coil 4 in pin 49, and coil 5 in 34. This is a 5-cylinder engine. The image that we see right now on the screen is one of the triggers. I am connected, if I remember properly, in coil 4, pin 49. I'm going to, for Elliott, this is again your bin number, and that is your computer, so you can see that in here. Elliott's concern is a crank, no start, no communication. So yes, the first part of the video I show the no communication that's definitely not there. So the problem is in the car. But he said it starts and dies, it starts and dies. I'm like, well, okay, let me see what we have. So reading the data stream, we can do by channel, by list. We're going to do it by list because it's pretty easy. We're going to put the G28, right? So that's the crankshaft position sensor, as we have here. So they call engine speed or engine RPMs. That's what we have, right? So see if we have anything for the G40, which is the camshaft position sensor, and it will say G40. So engine speed G42. That's the temperature. I'm just scrolling to see if we have anything about cam to crank, which really we don't need because we have the signal up in the screen, but I just want to see if we have it. So let me just take the time with you guys in here. Plenty of engine speed, but nothing on the cam sensor signal. Column temperature. And this is the adaptations on the lambda, idle. We don't need that either. Let me go a little faster because we got a lot of data bits in here, and I like that from Audi and Volkswagen. They give you a lot of information. This is the way all manufacturers should be. I explained on the first video also how to use and read the track style wiring diagrams. I actually separated and created a separate video, removing all the part of the testing on this computer to just focus into the wiring diagram, and I name it how to read track style wiring diagrams. If you want to learn that, please visit that video. It's just uploaded yesterday, so you should be able to watch it. Today is February 1st, 2025. Yeah, it looks like we don't have that in here. But as you can see, I mean, it's 360 bits. Oh, camp adjustment intake. Well, it's an adjustment. We will not have that in here, even though, I mean, we have the cam sensor signal, but all I see is at least there. All right, let me just not take more of the time. We're going to select those two bits, and we can see that we have RPM, 240 RPMs. This was a very intricate signal to reproduce. So I'm going to show you how I do it because I just did this with the software on my MST 12,000. And this is what I've been trying to get this company that I purchased this simulator. It's a foolproof. I do not recommend this company. So far, they tried to do all in-house. And I get that. I mean, yes, you try to protect your software, but I mean, make a little software like this. Like, look, this tool, I don't know, $4,000. This tool, $11,000, and I can do more now with that one than with this one. Yes, they have more help for the beginners. I'm not a beginner. I've been doing this for many years. I can teach them how to do this stuff. But yeah, they cannot allow me in the software to have something like this where I can edit my own signals. So in here, I got 7 channels and 4 more. These are AC channels, like, so if I click in here, which I'm not sure. Oh yeah, because I wasn't. This is AC signals, AC generated signals, and the other ones are square wave signals. So that's how they are. So I did my own signal. Let me find it in here and name it 2010 Jetta right here. So I did. This is a double tooth and a double missing tooth. And then I make this tooth double because I can, as you see, it's like one space, double space, to be able to match kind of the cam to crank correlation because the cam starts in like a half of a tooth. So if I were to just to make this one first tooth like one low, one high, one low, one high, I would not be able to put the cam on the middle. So by doing a double, now I have the middle. And if you have sometimes it's like a in a 35%, so I will have to make the tooths just wider, more spaces. But I have as much as spaces as I want in here. So this is a very easy, very cheap software to do, and they have not. And I built this tool 3 years ago, and I have requested that since 3 years, and they have not fulfilled my petition, and that's why I do not recommend this tool. A tool that you cannot create your own signals is worthless. I do not completely say it's worthless because they have some signals that I can use for here, but this is for Argentina. So for USA market, this tool I would not recommend it. It's a great tool, but they're locking it up in the software. They got the rights of the software, so I cannot go and just write my own thing. So what I decided to do to try to use that is use it in conjunction with this other tool. I have another signal generator here which I also use too as well. This is a cam to crank correlation signal that I can attach to anything and then create my own signals. And it tells you the tooth of each of the signals, and you have 6 channels. So, but again, I can use this with this, and they cannot give it to me on an $11,000 purchase. It's ridiculous. And that's why, I always said about them in every single video I show. All right, so, but going back to the test. So as you see, the computer is communicating, and what I have in here is one of the coils. I'm going to stop the capture so you can see it's actually live. I'm going to turn the computer off. So let me just turn the computer off, and well, you see that the signal in the screen, and we lost the communication here, right? So let me power this back on, and as soon as I power this back on, it will take just a little bit to get that signal back in the screen. Let me just make sure that we're reading because I don't see the signal yet in the screen. Let me just go back by less and let's put the engine speed, which is at the end all we need. So we got 240 RPMs, but I don't see the camshaft or that signal that we were seeing before. So I'm gonna have to play with this one more time because this is how I do it. It has to be um, you have to play with the RPMs because sometimes just doesn't do it. So let me go back to 240. Let me turn this off, my signal. Let me inject it again. Yeah, we lost the coil. I might have created a fault because it was working good. Low RPMs is the secret because I don't have the anti-theft done in here. Let me actually turn the computer completely off. Yeah, I just went and removed the battery because It will be on the first. Oh yeah, we have it right now. You see, by just doing the battery, oh sorry, the ignition, I lost the coil, but now I have it again. So everything is good in there. So perfect. So yes, the coils are firing. So Elliot, the way this is, and they keep firing. So that tells me the computer, even though I don't have the immobilizer, which is what I'm leaning to believe the problem is either a cluster that is not communicating, the instrument cluster, the module that is in charge of the communication, which is this. Let me show you 1 second. All right, this is one of them, right? So this is the J533. 533 data bus module. So this is very common nowadays. All this is a gateway, right? So this is going to take, and it says right here, you see, a gateway. All this does is if the computer communicates in a K line and it doesn't go directly to the DLC, it will make that communication go to a CAN bus or whatever is on the DLC. You will see that on the wire diagrams. I don't need it for this one. As you see, I don't have it connected. This is a CAN bus module, so not a problem. Now let me put this back to where it was. And let's enter the engine computer again to see the RPMs, which we saw what I'm using, low RPMs. Because if I go right now, the computer thinks that it's just cranking, and that's why we have the coil firing. And I guarantee you that if the coil fires, the injectors are firing. So this is very important. They will fire. So, but again, without the immobilizer, I don't want to keep going and further testing. This is, I think, overkilling, but I just want to not leave this just right there without doing it. This computer should start, Elliot. So I think that this is enough of a test for you to go back to the car and try to get either a more in-depth diagnostics done in the vehicle so that I can help you and see what is exactly that you're missing, because definitely communication is established every single time. Again, this is your VIN number right there. And he saw that in the first part of the video. Yep, and I have the VIN number for those that have not seen that part of the video. This is his note. What is happening? It will start for a second and then shut off. The car is not a push start, but a key start. And then we have the VIN number right where my thumb is. And then since 77140, and that's why we have in there 77140. All right, so again, just a little further to help a customer. I always try to do as much as I can for them. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.